hello there. How are you? I'm Mr. Michael. For those of you that don't know me, this is M&M Model Railways. And I know that this is September, but I'm making this video May 22nd, 2021. The reason that you're seeing this video in September is that there are so many step builds on this model train layout that I had to put them to a week, and I had to schedule them out for you all so you could see them. So as you can tell, there's been a lot going on the layout. Let me get out of the way so you can kind of see it. So I've been working on that tunnel back there. And remember when I told you that you had to work from back to front and bottom up in order to effectively do your train layout? Well, there's a reason for that. If I put anything else in front of that tunnel, I'm going to probably damage it to try to work on it. And so I don't want to do that. And if you've seen my wife's barn build videos, you know that she has built this barn. And I would be reaching over that landscape area to build that barn, or to build the area that we're going to be planning to put there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Scuptamold that area going into the tunnel, and I'm going to try to make it so so the black outline disappears back into the Scuptamold. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to need to move this barn out of here. The cattle operation there, the quality meat stockyard, it's already glued down and in place. But this little barn here can still be moved. And I'll be building an interior in it. As you can tell, it's kind of hollow in there. So keep watching, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my camera closer and put it on that little tripod there so you can see more close up of the Scuptamold going down. So please keep watching, and I'll be back shortly. Well, here's what the tunnel looks like as of right now. As you can tell, I've built a little wooden, what I'm going to call a rectangle culvert that's going to have all the stuff going over the top of it. So I want the water resin to flow underneath it. So that's what I duplicated there. So the first rule of thumb when using Scuptamold is to mix it so it looks like cottage cheese. So I'm going to start down at the lower part of this, and I'm going to fill in the void all the way level to my surface out here. I'll be moving the camera from one side to the other because it's kind of in my way. What I'm working on right now is the facing surface going into it. All right, let's jump over to this side. I'll keep on working with that. I want this to basically be level. I'll be showing you what I'm going to do with all of this in a little bit. When that sets up and I put my track on it, I'll be working with it some more. All right, now what I want to do is I want to start forming around the culvert, or what I call a culvert. You know what I used is piece of black ABS pipe, and I think that's going to blend in really well. I think she's going to disappear just fine. So I want to fill that area in too. So see the black starting to disappear in there. It's almost practically gone. Put some more right here. Work this down. I'll show you how I'm going to blend that in with the rest of my sculpture area there. Fill that area in. I might have mixed up too much for this area. That'd be a lot worse. I'm not going to fill in that area back in that tunnel so much because I'm going to have things that are going to be covering that up. I just want to work that Scuptamold back into this corner a little bit. I think that'll work pretty good. It's got it covered up there for me. Put a little bit more on this edge here. Blends that in really nice, don't it? When I paint that, it should paint that area up so you don't see it. I think that's going to work for me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to make some grooves in there to represent the water lines coming off of that canyon. Hold on a minute and I'll show you. Well, let's take the fork and let's try to duplicate some of the ridges going through here, where there's a ridge line that's cutting through here. It cuts over through here as well. See how you can carve your plaster? And we got water lines that run up and down. Let's put those in as well. Let's develop that a little bit more. I'll fill that in a little bit, and I think that looks pretty good. Like I said, I'll have stuff going underneath there. And as you can tell, I took the time while I had the Scuptamold mixed up and prepared an area around where the cars are going to go. I'm going to just run some lines through there to represent vehicles that are parked. There's going to be a hay storage right here. And I left a space around that hay area so I can put the barn in there. So we're pretty much done there. And as soon as I put my bridge together, so what I want to do is I'm going to be putting this track back through here. I don't want to do it yet because it's wet. And then I'm going to put a like a concrete paved road back there on both sides of it. I got this piece already cut to go on that side. I think that'll be a pretty cool concept. Before I put this one in there, I'm going to drill a hole to hold my my guide wire for my buzz line. Let me show you my buzz line that I'm going to put in there. Not my buzz line, but my feeder drop. This is the feeders that I'm going to put in there. So this track always has power. And then this track over here also has the feeder drops there. So before I put this track back through here, this track right here, I'm going to drill a hole here and then hook up this feeder wire back in there. But I think that's probably as good as the tunnel's going to get. Let me give you a zoom in there. I think once I paint it, it's going to look pretty good, and the culvert will cover all that up. Like I said, that's going to go back in there. That's kind of what I had it planned like. I'm going to get that track in there, and I'll put some more Scuptamold down on this triangle area of that track. So as you can tell, when I put that in there, this area is going to be needing to be landscaped. So I'll be doing something with that too. So I think this is pretty much a wrap on putting the Scuptamold in that area. And I want to get this little area done and landscape. That'll be as far as I can go. We'll be adding some details and stuff like that, but I can't do anything more. I can't put my town together or anything until we do our expansion. I can do just a little bit, but I'm going to be cutting out this track right here. I'm going to be cutting this part out to bring this riser up at an angle so it goes uphill and out of the canyon. So this is called Canyon Flats. So the real purpose is once we get everything done on here, we're going to start going that way. And then once I start building it, the track to go that way, then we'll be able to cut this bank out and work on that, and then we'll be able to build this town. But right now, if I put that town in there, things are in the way. Well, my friends, I think I'm going to call this video done. If you like, you know, what it's looking like there, and you want to see more videos, please subscribe to this channel. If you give me a thumbs up, it helps the algorithm to grow, and it also helps YouTube to be able to recommend this to other people. And you can also share this with your friends if you like. That's cool. And if you'd comment below, that would also be pretty cool. And I hope you've had a good summer so far. Right now, I'm fixing to go into my summer. But when you see this video, it's going to be sometime in September. So I hope you've enjoyed my videos on our step builds. The reason that it's so many months behind or advanced is because there's so many steps that I just can't do them all in a month, because I want to do 2 videos a week. That's 8 a month. And so we've got a lot of build videos to get it to that far. But I think it looks pretty cool. What I like to do in closing is just pan back real slow. My might see my spotlights, and again you may not. Gotta put lights on the subject so you guys can see it. We will get there and without seeing them. I think that looks pretty amazing. I'm really impressed with the layout and how it's been going. Thanks for watching. See you soon.